Oh, I'm already on the bridge. Uh, Why is there an enemy war factory so close to my capital? Like, what the heck? They're so strong. I need, I need to take them out before they get too entrenched. Oh, they only have one movement point. I need to take care of these guys, no matter the cost. Let's just buy some balloons. Oops, I forgot to move my armor. Let's reload that. Also forgot to move my Zeppelin too. And you're right, I am safe scumming, which means I'm cheating a bit. Oh no. Am I actually going to lose this? Oh, thank goodness I won.
The Emperor shows us the way. Construction underway, Commander.
Am I actually losing? Oh shoot. Why am I losing? I don't understand.
I see you've selected. What's the medical emergency? Never trust doctors or patients.
Come, join us, and together we will rule the galaxy. Come, join us, and together we will rule the galaxy.
That's impossible, Commander.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
I will stand until my last breath.
My reputation precedes me. Yes.
What is happening?
What's the medical emergency? Everybody dies, even dying.
Oh, are my units getting controlled? Oh, yeah, they are.
Ready to blaze the skies. A leap into the dark. I will drench their torn banner in blood.
Construction underway, Commander. Sure, there's an interesting case. What's the medical emergency? Never trust doctors or patients. What's the medical emergency? Losing ground, sire. Let's get this dance of death started. All right, all right.
A leap into the dark.
Never trust doctors or patients. Little extra protection is always welcome. Recruitment citadel completed. That's impossible, Commander. Construction in progress.
Moving out.
Pay me in blood.
Death hungers.
A new medical mystery. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Never trust doctors or patients. That's impossible, Commander. Everybody lies, even dying people. What's the medical emergency?
We're getting pinned here.
I see dead people. Where's 13? Your unit will soon be ready. Everybody lies, even dying people.
Hail and kill. Cover me with death if I should fail.
That's impossible, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
We could use some support, Commander. Death to the full.
Troopers awaiting your decision, sire.
This game is very hard.
All right, all right. I'm going. What's the medical emergency? It'll be built in a jiffy. We're out of recruits, Commander.
My reputation precedes me.
All right, all right. Never trust doctors or patients. I'm going. Sure, there's an interesting case. the medical emergency?
Death to the false ones.
You found me, did you?
A new medical mystery.
Now that I know how to charm people, this battle is easy.
The best way to see Revenant is through the crosshairs of my double barrel.
My magic is charged.
Achievement unlocked. I came to CRTS. Massacre at Harrow Ridge. Only God Elf is a dead elf goes undead chant. Winning more territories does not help the Empire with its personality. Crisis sneers Seer. The Emperor is a monster.
By the Seven, Commander, what has happened in the town of Harrow Ridge is truly abominable. Such crimes committed by my kingsmen. I can hardly believe it. Those elves, they must have staged unspeakable acts of sacrilege to madden them so. They must have... Why else would they? Heresy gross and foul.
The phrase too little, too late comes to mind, Commander. But it seems Edmund did his duty in the end. The nightmare of Harrow Ridge vanished come the dawn, and those responsible for the killings have themselves been rendered unto death.
Okay, that's good, I think.
Justice is hereby done, and I am furthermore glad to say Edmund apologized for his earlier disbelief in my accusations towards the undead. I hope they too have learned a lesson. They've had a horrid example of what their own religious mania may lead to.
From room.
Commander, the undead have lost what brains they don't have in the first place and taken to domesticating the Fang Bear. These creatures are about twice the size of regular bears, hunt in packs like wolves, and are extremely dangerous. Already, several of these pets have devoured passers-by in the streets, and not to mention the distress caused by the sickening odor left behind when they do their business. They are a menace in about a dozen ways, and I therefore vote that every last domesticated Fang Bear be put down.
So Prospero would have me put down Cuddles? Never. Fangbears are affectionate beasts and make for fantastic guardians. That they never harm an undead because we lack flesh on our bones was never even a consideration for our domestication program.
What about the living?
Commander, while I appreciate safety concerns, these animals were domesticated and can never be released into the wilderness again. Capture and train no new ones, I agree with that. But to slaughter all those that were unwisely attempted to be trained? No. That would be horrible murder.
What about the people?
Every time one of those giant-toothed monstrosities draws near, I fear it's in the mood for a dwarfsicle. Listen to dear Prospero, Commander. Put 'em all down.
The pox on that cold-hearted lizard, Commander. Fangbears are cute and hardly snack on imps anymore once properly trained. We even use them as mounts in organised races. Granted, it's not a good race unless 3/4 of the riders and their steeds never make it to the finish line, but that's all part of the experience.
Oh, you have dangerous pets put down, yes.
Thank you, Commander. I myself was able to regenerate my tail after a Fang Bear incident, but non-lizards won't be so lucky.
I'll set Cuddles free in the city before I'd allow the butcher to come anywhere near him. If he is to go, he'll take a good many lizards and dwarves with him. May the Seven bless his jaws.
Oh, the folly of civilization. We dragged these animals out of their habitats. We paraded them through crowded streets. And who gets the blame when things go awry? Who's destined for the knife? The innocents in the equation. Repulsive.
Damn right we'll put 'em down. I'll be the one wearing another's pelt, thank you very much. Not the other way around.
Thank you, Commander.
Finally, we imps take to a sport that doesn't involve gunpowder, and now you're robbing us of it? Would have taken home the gold come the Summer Dragon game.
The bar. What do you have to say for yourself, General Edmund?
Harrow Ridge. A harrowing place if ever there was one, Commander. When Oberon first spoke of its supposed horrors, I dismissed them as the ravings of yet another counselor shouting for attention. But it was all damnably true. The undead, they were slaughtering each and every elf they could get their bony, sordid claws on. In the name of the Seven. Lunatics, the lot of them. But no skeleton stirs there anymore. They tasted their own medicine by my very blade. The law of the land I set in place and left a kindly old elven landowner as mayor. They'll rebuild their houses lost to zealots' torches, and forget as best as they might the Knights of Blood. To think the idea of a few dead elves made me chuckle as I travelled there. Quite another thing to see 'em lying in the ditches, row on row, gored and mangled. Yet no sooner had my troops restored order than their survivor spirits soared once more, and they swore to reshape their stricken little society. I'll think kindlier of elves in future, Commander. They're a stout lot over there in Harrow Ridge. Good luck to them. They had a little library down in Harrow Ridge. No more than a smouldering ruin now. I think I'll pay to have it rebuilt. The Lord Edmund Augustus III Library. Yes, that does sound pleasing.
No, not really.
Looks like Edmund's impenetrable contempt for all that is non-lizard was pierced, Commander, be it ever so slightly. Had a kind word to say about some elves out in the country. Why he'd do that for the life of me, I can't imagine.
Impressive victory, Commander. Really, Commander, let's actually go to war before we sit back and mull it over, shall we? If you wish. He's in a class of his own. I have many...
A toast to triumph, Commander. Don't really know, Commander. About whom? Shifty son of a bitch, isn't he? Acting all high and mighty all the time.
Where could the...
Corvus is still on the loose, Commander. It will take your utmost strength to best him now.
I should like to speak to Corvus.
Remember, Commander.
Aren't you supposed to be loose? It doesn't make sense to me. We should take them out before it's too late. I should probably build a wizard tower. I'm gonna save my gold for when I take this factory. Not my troopers. Darn it. Too many troopers lost. All because I can't beat the king. I will lead them into battle.
Trophies on your wall.
Construction underway, Commander.
Standing by, impatiently. You found me, did you? I need a target, quickly! Every move is a step closer to victory, my lord.
Enemy warlocks can rain down fire from the sky. Not as well as you can, but still.
Faster, faster! I want to go faster! I'll leave a trail of smoke and flame. One time is fun, but when does the killing begin? What are your orders, my lord?
Be warned, enemy imp fighters can engage ground and sea targets.
Pay me in blood. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Construction in progress.
Like the wind.
I see dead people. Death rides.
They won't even see me coming. You set the trap, I'll make the kill.
Death hungers.
Point me at something that can go boom.
I see dead people.
Like the wind.
Bang for your buck!
Death hungers.
Rock and roll, baby!
Yes.
Free as a bird.
Death hungers.
We're getting pinned here.
Construction underway, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Fighters have been plated with iron. They'll certainly be harder to shoot down.
Oh no. I don't think I can play the RTS part anymore. It's gone too difficult. Oh no. Imperial edict forces owners to butcher pets. Blood runs through the streets. Undead slay elves. Lizards slay undead. General kill 'em all. Edmund strikes again. Imps preparing medical breakthrough. Head transplantation planned for Emperor Maxus. Looking forward to at least one half of a brain. Wait, what? What is happening? Your policies have the following consequences. The population in your empire will increase by 5%.
Outrageous! Unheard of! More abhorrent than a tapeworm's diet. Lohanna charged with manslaughter. It's those imps and their unholy constructs that should be muzzled by the law. You'll see to it this little problem resolves itself quietly, won't you, Commander? A queen of the realm can call upon diplomatic immunity, of course. You'll nudge her in that direction, yes?
No.
My love, I am so very glad to see you. For more than ever am I in need of your counsel. Despite my own reservations, I joined the elf protests against the impish technoveg. And as a result, dozens of refugees died an ignominious death for want of nourishment. It is a tragedy. It is a crime. A crime, yes. And crime warrants punishment. A delegation of imps and lizards have charged me with 100 counts of involuntary manslaughter. And though we elves are taught always to face adversity head-on, Oberon insisted I should make use of the diplomatic immunity I as a princess enjoy. If I go to trial and am found guilty, I will go to prison. Yet with a word I can denounce the charges brought against me. Oh, but how will that make me look? I'll be chided as a cowardly murderer hiding behind the rank that makes her untouchable, beyond justice.
Present your case well, and you may clear your name as well as your conscience. Prepare to face the consequences though should things go awry.
I'll need a good lawyer, a sterling one in fact. Perhaps I can yet convince my accusers that I had no ill will in mind, but merely sought to act upon the convictions of my people.
Commander, I feel it is my duty to inform you we have seen it fit to charge your lady with manslaughter. We realize she was drawn into this whole mess by Oberon, but she followed his counsel voluntarily, and she is the most symbolic elf to bring to court. Many, many died because of the elves' protests that put a halt to the imp's techno-veg production, and many more now feel the instigators of these fatal interferences should suffer for it. Whereas inflamed passion and impudence stirred the elf-kind's actions, reason will dictate ours. By the law will Lohanna be judged.
No, no, no. I'm afraid we can't speak, Commander. My lawyers have forbidden it. Now, I didn't want to charge dear Lohanna myself, but it was suggested by oh no, I shouldn't have said that. What if they ask me about this in court? I'll have to lie, commit perjury, imp jail, the fire showers. Lordy, lordy, ding-dong day. This trial business just ain't my cup of Earl Grey.
Naught but a skirmish we fought today, but the way you handled it was...
Under my rule, you'd be given the Cross of Bravery for that last action, Commander.
We must push our offensive. Oh no, I don't want to get into a fight with these strong enemies. Oh no. Retreat. Unless...
Enemy juggernauts enjoy in-fighter protection as of now.
Adding coal to the fire?
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Juggernaut set to purpose. Nothing will stop me. What needs evaporating?
Dwarfs on a ship. Who would have thought?
Oh no.
What's brewing? But I was just getting me a beer, sir. What's brewing? Adding coal to the fire? We'll be back before happy hour.
We sail the seas of destruction. Juggernaut set to purpose. Acknowledged. Enemy fighters are targeting our engines, Commander. They'll slow us down.
Wait a minute.
Warming up the cannons.
They can
We'll be back before happy hour.
disarm the mines.
Affirmative. Barrels loaded, Commander. Nothing will stop me. We sail the seas of destruction. Nothing will stop me.
Adding coal to the fire? Adding coal to the fire? Drawing the Iron Curtain.
Acknowledged. Enemy ironclads are even harder to sink now that they've installed defensive weaponry.
Oh. I didn't suffer that many casualties. Retreats. Oh no. Oh gosh. That was a lot of casualties. Queen in trial this century off with her head chanted masses. Report from the trenches, Emperor's dominance overshadowed by poor morale. Our Emperor, the new sensation.
What do you think of my constitutional draft, Commander? Is it not a pinnacle of progress? No longer will we have just the formal list of 6. No. All of the civilized races will be deemed equal before every court and institution in the realm. It will be a great stride forward along the long road of perfecting our society. And I'm certain already it has the dragon's backing.
Folly has taken hold of Prospera, Commander. Senselessness instilled by an overtly prolonged exposure to the vulgar vagaries of lesser councillors. Words like peace, stability, respect, cooperation are being flounced about as if they really mean anything beyond these walls, as if they are anything more than philosophical placebos intended to make politicians feel important. The daft woman wants to draft a unifying constitution that actually says, we hold this truth to be self-evident, that all the races are created equal. Equal? She must be more demented than a vegetarian cannibal.
Bang.
Now I may drink with a dwarf from time to time, if there be no other company. I may parley with an imp if it's technobabble I'm after. But to call these beings my equals is a sea-spanning bridge too far. And I'd like you to stop Prospera's proposal dead in its tracks.
Her proposal is somewhat lofty and perhaps not even naive, but it might indeed strengthen the bonds between these ever-quarreling races. I will not disallow it.
If that is how it must be, reality will have to be the instrument that shall shatter the dreams of fiction. For a work of fiction this constitution is, Commander. Dead letter among a dead litter of all the races. Each with the other's knives in their backs, now and forever.
I wonder why Prospera would suggest such a radical reform of law, Commander. Why she would want it in writing that all of us are each other's equals. It's not a bad idea per se, but I wonder if she hasn't some ulterior motive. Remember that these lizards are all more slippery than an eel in a barrel of snot.
Under my rule,
You taught our enemy the meaning of...
Oh, 100% public opinion. That's crazy. That's the only battle, right?
What's brewing? Destruction is imminent.
Drawing the Iron Curtain! Drawing the Iron Curtain!
Oh gosh, they're invisible.
Construction underway, Commander. Nothing I can't handle. Looks like enemy Zeppelins can unleash fire bats. Okay.
What's a fire bat?
Enemy Zeppelins are cooking with gas. Mustard gas. We're out of recruits, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander.
Adding coal to the fire! Drawing the Iron Curtain!
Recruitment Citadel completed.
We'll be back before happy hour.
Boom.
My timbers are shivering.
Nice win. Prospero quests for equality. Equality is like a mentally stable imp, says General Edmund. It doesn't exist. IFTP track. I'll lock the IFTP track. Dragon skill for 1 combat now. Hello.
Oh, what are my colleagues in such an uproar for? Surely they must realize that with equality comes responsibility. Is a tax increase to put them on a par with lizards and dwarves really such a steep price to pay for the position my constitution lifts them up to? Short-sighted creatures, the lot of them.
Oh, yikes.
Do you want a government that is despotic or democratic in nature? That was the question, Commander. And the results of our referendum have just come in. As a Republican, I am very glad to announce that a slight majority of the populace answered with the word democratic. Their will is clear. They want a president chosen by the people for the people. So will you grant them their wish, Commander? Will you allow us to organize elections?
You've been gambling with your gods-given right to the throne, Commander, but you may hold on to it yet. Stay true to the Seven. They gave you an empire, but it is not yours to give away.
The people's answer was, like I said, quite predictable. And now it's a pony-sized pickle we're in. My stance remains unchanged, and I maintain there is no dishonor in simply dismissing the result of this referendum.
I warned you, Commander, but did you listen? No. Now that psycho of a Prosperer is actually asking for elections. And elections are a can that has the word worms written all over it in great big flashing letters. Do not open the can, Commander.
First she wants a referendum, and now she demands elections. What is it with Prospera, Commander? Does she think we have nothing better to do than fill in silly questionnaires? She had her fun, now let's get back to business. We quarrel, you decide, and that's it.
Sure.
Fantastic, Commander. Every man and woman in the realm, including you, is eligible to be a candidate. So soon we shall see who will be the first president of Rivellon. Oh, these are exciting times indeed. A republic is about to be born.
The gods themselves have bestowed onto you the greatest honor in life, to rule over all men and all beasts as you see fit. To throw this gift back in their hallowed faces is a most heinous ingratitude, Commander. A sin beyond compare.
If you are determined to go on with Prospera's reforms, I cannot stop you, Commander. But I think it's a dangerous game you're playing, especially in these times of war. If one of your half-brothers or sisters wins the war, you may rest assured they will never consent to a republic.
Who cares what they think?
Off comes the lid. Creepy crawlies everywhere. For believe me, Commander, it will indeed be creeps that come crawling in, and one of them will assume the title of president. What will you do if you don't win, and some beet farmer starts to run the war? Dear Lord, we'll be done for.
Hold on to your hats, lads. A storm is coming. You're crazy, Commander. Deranged. What if an imp wins? It'll be the end of the world.
Playing.
Oh, my prophetic soul, Commander. Let them sign 1,000 declarations of unity and equality. Each one of them rips open new wounds and makes old ones bleed. No sooner was Prospera's draft turned into law that the true ramifications of her constitution became clear, and all those base-born councillors fought like starved hyenas for a hunk of meat. Delightful to look upon. Truly heartwarming. To be proven right. It has long been a given to me, but never do I quite tire of it. Such is the satisfaction of superiority, Commander. I hope you enjoy it too, once in a while, when the stars are right.
Dear me, I haven't slept a wink, Commander. What a ruckus these councillors were making all through the night. Roaring dwarfs, squeaking imps. 'Twas like an orcish sing-along ceremony in there. Why is it that talk of morality always ends up in mayhem? Ethics in bedlam. Let them decide the color of curtains in town halls, or what type of pie should be served during what festival. Takes them just as long, but doesn't get them quite so riled up.
I'd like to nail Prospera's split tongue to a rocket and set it aimed for a bent-over bog giant. Sign, she said. You'll be respected like dwarfs, she said. Well, now we have to pay like dwarves too, and that certainly doesn't make me feel special. Equality? Pish-posh. An imp's better than a lizard anyway, and always has been.
Oh, I have enough research points for stuff. Let's mass produce juggernauts. Emperor permits elections to one candidate in landslide victory. Today we are all equals, announces proud Prospera. Celebration ceremony ends in vicious fistfight. What the heck? Emperor's flurry of victories, fact or fiction? Your populace's motivation has increased by 20%. The 7 curse you, your luck has decreased by 4%.
Accursed be the lizards and their lackeys! Lohanna, star among stars, a lady who should be untouchable, was sentenced like a common criminal. She martyred herself for our cause, this angelic champion, but by no means must she spend an instant incarcerated. You must do something, Commander! You must!
Yikes. I feel like I'm really good at making poor decisions.
Spirits of light and leaf, give me strength. It has happened. Never have I heard a sound so chillingly cold and indifferent as the gavel coming down on granite. Guilty. Life, imprisonment. Formally do I accept this verdict, for it is the law of the land that I broke. Yet morally I renounce it, for it is the principles of elves to which I adhered. Though I am to be shackled by alien ethics, in spirit I remain free, for in the eyes of my own people, I remain forever innocent. The only thing that makes me falter is having to leave you, my love. It is not the prospect of prison, but that of our parting that makes me quiver, and makes my heart quail.
Though it pains me, I can't but accept the judge's verdict. I'll see to it you're well taken care of. There's nothing more I can do.
I understand. Then there is nothing left to say but farewell. May we meet again, beyond the dark.
Achievement unlocked, Henry II. Imprisoned my own wife.
So the queen is to be sent away? She will actually go to prison. This is unexpected, Commander. I had hoped. Surely you could have. But I suppose there was nothing you could do. The law is the law, after all.
Blazing blunderbusses. I will miss thy lady, Commander. Sweetest girl the world has seen.
Naught but a skirmish we fought.
Stand in the path.
I'm gonna try and see if I can win this battle. Chance to win 25%. Where are my end fighters though?
Juggernaut sent to purpose. Proceeding to location.
Where is the port in Port Said, sire? Where is the port in Port Said, sire?
Nothing I can't handle. I see dead people. Death rides.
What's brewing? Ho ho ho, and a bottle of ale. Drawing the iron curtain. Rockets or torpedoes? As long as you pay, we've got them. Adding coal to the fire. More steam power. 500 my timbers are shivering.
Construction underway, Commander.
We'll be back before happy hour. But I was just getting me a beer, sir. Drawing the iron curtain. Adding coal to the fire.
What is it now?
Blistering barnacles were making water.
Shall be built in a jiffy. Destruction is imminent. Affirmative.
Uh-oh.
You found
To uncharted lands. You found me. Moving between the clouds.
Those fools are trying to sink us.
More steam power! Ho ho ho, and a bottle of ale! But I was just getting me a beer, sir!
Yes, yes, yes. Always ours for the taking.
But I was just getting me a beer, sir! More steam power!
To uncharted lands. Watch me soar.
Construction in progress.
Adding coal to the fire!
Camouflage, keeping an eye out.
Blistering barnacles were making water!
Enemy zeppelins can cloak themselves and nearby allies. Never can you look at an empty patch of sky in the same way again, Commander. Juggernaut set to purpose. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
What's brewing? More steam power!
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Our glory foretold.
It'll be built in a jiffy. Never trust doctors or patients. That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander.
Armor is weakness.
A new medical mystery. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Yes, blow them up.
My hour is nigh, Commander. We sail the seas of destruction. Never trust doctors or patients.
Field duty, eh?
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Doctors in the house. Get them off me now!
We'll be back before happy hour.
Free as a bird.
Warming up the cannons.
Field duty, eh?
Construction in progress. Everybody lies, even dying people. Ready to follow you, even into death. Trooper ready to march.
Nice.
If enemy transports head straight for you, get out of there. They can self-destruct. A leap into the dark.
What's brewing? Adding coal to the fire, but I was just getting me a beer, sir. Adding coal to the fire?
Destruction is imminent.
Dwarfs on a ship. Who would have thought?
Warming up the cannons.
Adding coal to the fire?
What needs evaporating? That's impossible, Commander. Pay me in blood. On a pale horse.
Free as a bird. Camouflage.
I see dead people.
Going down. As far as the eye can see. Let's see what's hiding there.
Oh no. I'm so sad.
They're sitting back at us. Destruction is imminent. There's no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Destruction is imminent. Reinforcements requested.
Sui. Goodbye. Let's let the juggernauts deal with the rest.
Extend its grasp.
Emperor sends wife to jail. Actions of a heartless brute, says elves. One man aboard the Raven Victory Party report unification of the land, or one man's personal popularity contest. Is the Emperor one part of a twin? Dead canaries destroy a gold mine in an enemy country.
So, Oberon is putting poof nuptials back on the agenda, is he? When will those blasted elves realize marriage is about procreation, not pleasure or passion? Can't these queers be happy with what they have? Used to shoot 'em on sight barely a century ago.
Commander, I intend to propose legislation later today that will make it possible for gay couples to be married. I know I'll get some pretty stiff opposition from Falstaff and especially Yorick, so I'm hoping I can count on your support. Sir Falstaff raises some proper concerns about family values and the likes. But that holier-than-thou collection of bones will prattle on and on about gods and such nonsense. Nothing we can't handle.
Okay. Oh no. I'm so sad. I have no wife. So sad.
Commander, could you spare me a moment? Now, I know I'm a general and politics isn't my field of expertise, but I was hoping you'd support Oberon in his attempts to allow marriage for people of the same sex. It's a pet peeve of mine, you see. Live and let live, I say. Why do others get to decide who someone may or may not love? None of their bloody beeswax. So much hypocrisy would be exposed for what it is, you know? Think of the famed lizard artist Della Gecko, for instance. Everybody knows he's gay, but he was forced to marry a duke's daughter. 2 lives made miserable because of senseless so-called moral objections. The whole business is unconscionable if you stop and think about it.
I suppose it is. Alright, you've convinced me. I'll side with Oberon.
Thanks, Commander. You're a doll. I'd give you a kiss that'd blow your jetpack off if you weren't off limits.
Seven wither Oberon's tongue for uttering such perversions. He and his depraved ilk would allow men and women to fornicate with others of their own gender. How base, how vile can one become? God save us from this debauchery.
Oh gosh. You weren't listening, were you?
You fight with cunning, Command.
Stand in the path of a...
Where are my infighters? This does not equals 100%.
To uncharted lands. Let's see what's hiding there.
Construction underway, Commander.
The Emperor will prevail.
We need more recruits, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander. I see dead people. Anti-ground turret completed. Everybody lies, even dying people. Never trust us all patients. Impossible, Commander. War factory completed.
Let's see what's hiding there. Watch me soar.
Oh shoot.
Sail the seas of destruction.
To uncharted lands.
I've got big guns and I cannot lie. All is ours for the taking. Our glory foretold. I will drench their torn banner in blood. All is ours for the taking.
Construction underway, Commander.
I will drench their torn banner in blood.
To uncharted lands. Free as a bird. To uncharted lands.
Battle Forge completed. Everybody lies, even dying people. Join us. That's impossible, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. It will be built in a jiffy. Your unit will soon be ready. Doctors in the house. Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
There we go.
Trooper ready to march. Destruction is imminent. Acknowledged. Let's get this dance of death started. War factory completed. The Emperor shows us the way. Anything for the Empire. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Construction underway, Commander. More steam power! But I was just getting me a beer, sir.
Hail and kill.
What's the medical emergency?
This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
Reborn to kill. Awake at last.
The best way to see Rivalon is through the crosshairs of my double barrel. Ready for the Blitzkrieg. Hail and kill.
Who needs spying?
There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom. All is ours for the taking. This world lies ready, waiting for its death. I've got big guns and I cannot lie. I will drench their torn banner in blood. The best way to see Rivellon is through the crosshairs of my double barrel. The best way to see Rivellon is through the crosshairs of my double barrel. I will drench their torn banner in blood. Dead set to it. Cover me with death if I should fail. Who will break? Who will bend? I will drench their torn banner in blood. Big guy coming through. We could use some support, Commander.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander.
I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
Destruction is imminent.
We're sinking! Save the hill!
A new medical mystery. That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. Those fools are trying to sink us. Reborn to kill. Warming up the cannons. Barrels loaded, Commander. Acknowledged. Yes.
Let's see what's hiding there.
Armor is weakening, sire. They better watch where they're going. All is ours for the taking. Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
Those armor are stuck doing nothing because they can't reach their target, the Juggernauts.
Cover me with death if I should fail.
That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander.
Nice victory. You have conquered the capital of Chorus and successfully stole all their belongings. Score +1 tech +102. General tries to influence policy. We're headed for a military dictatorship. If this continues, says angry Sir Silvervein. Who's Silvervein again? Emperor accused of war crimes and latest victories. Investigation could take years. Emperor denies all charges. Before he was famous, we have the Emperor's childhood photos, pictures.
So, you're backing the fairies, are you? Both the elves and the other kind. Thin end of the wedge, if you ask me, Commander. They'll be marrying goats next.
Gay marriage is a reality. You've written history, Commander. Long have we elves fought for what we think is an example of basic equality. But never has a monarch given us his public support. Bravo!
Bravo indeed. I'm very sad.
The elections you so graciously allowed us to organize are over, Commander. Rivellon will have its first president, and he is in this very room right now. None other than Sir Falstaff Silvervein. The republic we lizards have so long sought to create is about to become a reality. There now remains but the matter of your formal abdication. I trust you will do so, Commander. I trust you will hereby renounce all your sovereign claims and step down as monarch.
Okay, I assume Falstaff will be in agreement.
Commander, even though it is I who won the elections, and will take your place for some 5 years when we vote anew. I think you'd be a damnable dumbbell to let slide your sovereignty. Just dismiss these elections. You have that power still.
Oh wow.
Gods protect us, Commander. We hold one election and full staff wins. Curious how in some districts 100% of the vote went to him. Curious how in others entire barrels of votes went missing. Is this what the future has in store for us? Duplicitous presidencies? No. I'd rather you remain Emperor, Commander. I truly do.
The road to redemption is paved with prayer, Commander, and you are in need of redemption indeed. So pray, and therein find enlightenment. It is not too late. Take back the throne and wear the crown the Seven have seen fit to put upon your head.
These last few days have been a horror, Commander. Posters of full staff everywhere. Oh, that silly grin. Full staff for president was the only cry you heard. And I swear there isn't a baby's cheek left in the land unkissed by that damnable dwarf. This charade would repeat itself every few years. Dear me, no, I beg you, Commander, remain out. These last few days have been a horror, Commander. Posters of full staff everywhere. Oh, that silly grin. Full staff for president was the only cry you heard. And I swear there isn't a baby's cheek left in the land unkissed by that damnable dwarf. This charade would repeat itself every few years. Dear me, no, I beg you, Commander, remain our Emperor.
Oops, I had cap locks on.
You, dear dragon, are a truly great man, for you have brought democracy to Rivlon. Still, we all agree that until the war is actually won, you should remain our commander. Nothing will change until then. But in peace, we will have our republic. A republic. Allow me to add that no lizard has ever had a greater hero than you. Liberty and reason. You have given us both.
You have neither respect nor love for the Seven, Commander. That much is clear. Take note when you bow before the dwarf when he occupies your throne. For when the time comes, you'll be made to bow before the devil in like fashion.
Dear Lord, Commander. May every power that be protect our Green Mother under Falstaff's rule. Prospera may think you have given us a gift, but I know it to be a poisoned one. You are not to be congratulated. You are to be cursed.
You should not have done this, Commander. Abdication was a stupid thing to do. I, Sir Silvervein, will be a good president. But who will be next? An elf? A dimwit like Oberon? We'll be crying for the return of the dragon sooner or later. You mark my words.
Now why won't I be elected? Why can't I get elected?
No! Why, Commander, why? I have but one hope now, and that is that the war will last forever. For as long as there is no peace, you remain Emperor. It'll take a while yet, no? There's no rush, really. Take a holiday. No need to conquer a country every day.
You did.
Seven save us from the dragon, for where he goes, vice sprouts like infectious corruption, disseminates like a poisonous contagion. Ghouls coveting not women as they should, hags longing for anything but the male touch. Abhorrent is the hell you stage.
Okay.
You fight with cunning, Commander.
Thanks again for passing that new marriage law, Commander. There are these two lizard girls I know, and they tied the knot the moment the news broke. What a feast we had! I don't remember any of it.
Isn't that a bad thing, though? You will not remember anything.
Another battle.
Under my rule, you...
You haven't performed any moves this turn. Press the end turn button again if you are sure you want to continue. Achievement unlocked. Natural born general. My zeppelins, no. Oh, those are my shamans. No, my shamans. I am very sad. Achievement unlocked. Certified Expert Demon Hunter. Victory. Dragon conquers Rivellon. Sir Silvervein, first president of Rivellon, burned out dragon to retire after war. Emperor allows gay marriage, corrupts morals of the nations. Our man aboard the Raven. Victory party report. Unification of the land, or one man's personal popularity contest.
Welcome back, Commander. One last time, let me welcome you back aboard the Raven. The Empire has been restored. Peace, briefly dethroned, follows in your wake. What three mighty men once set out to do, you have accomplished single-handedly. In the name of an entire world, in the name of delivered millions, I thank you. Long may our friendship last, and long may last your reign.
So where do we go from here?
Wise hawks and falcons I have sent out to locate the best and most beauteous spot in Rivellon, where we will build your castle. Then, a capital will build around your castle, and an empire around that capital. An empire that will stand for 1,000 years. But, for your blessed realm to remain standing so long, we must destroy every last bit of demon technology, including this majestical Raven. It is a sad thing indeed when such wonders need to be undone, but we cannot trust the nature of man, or any of the others. Soon these machines will be but figments of the imagination. Be like snippets of dreams that fade from memory upon waking. We cannot have it any other way. Give the word, dear dragon, and I shall commence to shape the world anew.
So what about Corvus, our secret dragon?
He has been finally defeated, Commander. So many of his aspects you have destroyed that he is now but a shell, bereft of all powers. When I dismantle the Raven, him I shall banish to the abyss he came from, and with him, the last remaining traces of that vile traitor, the Architect.
I should like to have a word with my fellows still on the ship.
By all means, Commander. I'm certain they all wish to congratulate you on your victory.
Victory.
Commander, the Seven have truly favored us all. Heathens wither in the throes of death as we tread by them victoriously. Glory be. Glory be unto the gods. No mortal can, of course, truly mimic their magnificence, but the harder we try, the more we may find favor in their stern, just eyes. I'm afraid what favor you have found does not quite live up to the expectations I had, but I'm contented in the knowledge that times of peace may just bring the faithful new challenges which we may overcome together. For peace, as you will be aware, so frightfully easily leads to vice.
I see.
Besides, the Empire is but new. So many who stray have yet to be subjugated. Whatever your merits, Commander, much more can be done. Yes, indeed. After all, so say the hallowed 7 scriptures. The world shall never be perfect until all that stirs is bone.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Praise be, Commander. Rivellon has been saved, and her great green mother with her. Quite clearly, we have but one being to truly thank for this unexpected and inimitable feat, and that is you. Nevermore, I think, has the freedom you have granted us put a greater responsibility on our shoulders in turn, on each and every one of the civilized races. We must earn back the very rights to happiness your liberation entitles us to.
You will see to it then that you will perform your responsibilities.
I will remain a politician for certain, and I will continue to defend elven viewpoints valiantly. Always will they be relevant. Always will I hope you shall value them higher than you have before. Even the best is never good enough when perfection is your end goal.
Striving for perfection is alright, but don't ever hope to accomplish it. How's your coughing? I'm so confused.
I foresee a bright future, Commander. Indeed I do. Yes, I may have to contend with dwarves and undead still, but that is no price to pay at all in return for the stability of peace. Thank you. May the spirits of nature guard your soul, and may their wisdom be your constant companion.
Commander, allow me to congratulate you. Not just from the bottom of my heart, but the deepest recess of my beer-soaked liver. More affectionately and sincerely, I cannot be. We've come a long way, and we've had our ups and downs, but today is not one of regret, of looking back in anger. No! A day like this? Ah! Such a day the world has never seen!
Well, good luck with your presidency.
And yet, by a bizarre twist of fate, it is I who will inherit the rule of your father's kingdom. The very one you fought so hard for which you spilt your mighty blood. I'll try to make you proud, and by beer and beard, I may well, if I can keep my temper in check afore the likes of Oberon. But come, let's have a drink, you and I. We've earned it both. Today, no politics. Today, no war. Today, we raise our glass to Rivalon, and to the dragon who secured her freedom.
This moment has been so long in the making, Commander, that now the hour strikes, it seems almost unreal. And yet here we are. The war is over. We have won against unthinkable odds. Unlike some, I know full well what this victory means. How important it is to enact what you and Maxo set out to do. It's uncommonly brave to revert time, as it were, and undo the miracles of magic that brought us victory. Only a handful would understand how uncommonly wise this is as well. Such wisdom requires a lizard's mind, I do believe. Abounding with primordial profundity, or at least a lizard's vision. You possess these qualities and more. For an absolute ruler to relinquish his own crown because he knows it will bring greater happiness to his realm is unprecedented, and makes you without a doubt one of the most important beings ever to have drawn the breath of life. Sir Falstaff's election is the immediate illustration the Republic of Rivlon will not always be perfect. But in a few years' time, when his term of office draws to a close, why don't you make a bid for the presidency, Commander? I have the distinct feeling you'll win with flying colors. You, more than anyone else, deserves his spell on the throne.
Turns 35. I guess that's good enough.
Ah, Commander. Everyone seems to be in a rather merry mood today, as if our final victory took them all by surprise. Oh, these short-sighted simpletons. Bless them, eh? As though any endeavor that has my backing is not bound to prevail. I'd oftentimes wonder why Maxos was in such awe of your inherent qualities, when in truth they do not consist of much more than a somewhat mediocre metamorphosis into a picture book monster equipped with a rather inflammatory form of respiration. As far as conquest is concerned, I'd have most assuredly done even better than you. Plus, I'd have been able to converse with people without them insisting I take a breath mint.
I'll let that insult pass.
Still, the one thing that really matters, the one thing that will be remembered is that the dragon came, saw, and conquered. And there's an end to it. But anyway, enough banter. A good sherry is what I need. They brought in some new casks only yesterday, I do believe. So I live in good hopes I may yet have a sip of sherry worthy of its name before this ship is decommissioned, and we with it.
Bulls, we've triumphed, Commander. After long last, we could say, game over, lads, the war is won. No cry rings quite so cheerily and chillingly in the ears of an old warhorse like me. Aye, for I may be a well-seasoned stallion, but I'll be damned if I'm ready to be put out to pasture. And how about you, then? Guess you've made your old man proud. His empire shattered like a stricken sheet of glass, but you've managed to puzzle it all back together. And a good job you did too. Dragons, eh? They'll get the job done. Guess you've got a couple of 100 years ahead of you. Me, a couple of dozen with any luck. That's okay though. I've pretty much accomplished what I wanted and more, thanks to a couple of gentle nudges by your hand. Perhaps Scarlet Catherine and I can join forces now, if they be willing. Always some mischief going on in the world in need of setting right. Good then. That's settled. Now, let us drink. You didn't think I was gonna let you gallivant off without joining me in a toast, did you? Come on. Down the hatch. To us, Commander.
To us.
You did it, Commander! We won! Do you realize what this means? We can go home, live lives of peace! Oh, Lord, I'm gonna be bored all day, aren't I? Oh, but I guess I shouldn't be so selfish. So many people have looked forward to this moment. So many soldiers long to go back to their sweethearts. Let this be a day of love! And if soon I fancy a brawl, I'll trip an orc in a tavern and say the sight of his spotty green ass made my foot twitch. That should get the party started.
You do use Scarlet.
Well then, Commander. Looks like it's all over. What seemed impossible only a relatively short while ago has been made a reality. Maxos was right all along. You, the dragon, were destined to redeem the realm. I'm glad I followed his advice and followed you aboard the Raven. I don't suppose I'll see another war like this in my lifetime. But even though I'm a general at heart, I suppose that is not a bad thing. Soon we will all go our separate ways, of course. But today we celebrate, and you, who else, are our guest of honor. Bravo, dragon. The world is yours.
No, it's Falstaff Silver Veins.
Buggering, bonking blunderbusses, Commander. You've done it. Not that I ever quite doubted a fire-breathing beast, equipped with my nephew Grumio's jetpack, but by golly, you sure gave us a show. Imps and dragons. You know, sometimes we see eye to eye, sometimes we stamp each other's toes, and when we do, mine's smart a tad more. But that's okay. We're chums, you and I, aren't we? No doubt about it. Oh, lordy, lordy, what an occasion this is. I feel like I should say something profound, but such is not the way of imps. All I can say is this. Please, please, please don't listen to that old goat of a Maxos and destroy all this technology. By every god that never was, these trinkets, these gadgets, these machines, they're so much fun. But they will be destroyed, won't they?
Yes.
Blimey, Commander. If that's not like a pigeon pooping right on your birthday cake the very moment you're about to take a great big bite.
There we bally well have it, don't we, my lord? I can't believe it's over. Indeed I don't. No more tinkering, no more hammering, no more engineering. Oh, what a sad, sad day. Bitter misery. Then again, the raven stopped singing to me long ago. The things she taught me were more precious than anything that rigid old sorcerer could come up with. Time for Grumio to pack it in. Time for my poor cousin Trinculo too. We'll have to invent new wonders all over again. Yes, that could be good fun actually. How about I join your court, my lord? Oh, the crafty contrivances I could fashion for you.
You mean Silvervein's court?
Fountains that spout wine or beer on command. Fans that wave by themselves. You can kiss those smelly orc slaves goodbye. Oh, and carriages that stay cool inside even in the summer. Oh, we'll have us a blast, my lord.
I can't talk to Maxos, huh?
You have spoken with your companions, Commander? Are you ready to set in motion the realm's new destiny?
I am ready, Maxos. Let us hereby end the war for good and our engines of war with it.
Very well, Commander. In this end, let us find myriad new beginnings. Now dawns an age of peace. Now breaks in golden light the Pax Draconis.
The Pax Draconis? What does that mean? Achievement unlocked.
And
Emperor
so
of
it was that after
Rivellon.
long last, Sigurd's son, the prince they had called a bastard, became Emperor of Rivellon. Peace descended upon the battle-scarred realm, and each and every war machine was duly destroyed. No longer did demonic technology hold sway, and the world became one of harmony once more. Harmony between magic and nature. As for Maxos, grateful his friend had secured his father's legacy, he knew this would be the beginning of a new age. That of Dragon Knights.
That was quite a ride. I'm sad that it's over now. Thank you all for watching.